Hey everybody. It's been a minute since I've been on here to just continue some of the content that I was shooting to just share with everyone regarding business and balancing that with just real life and being an entrepreneur and also working in the traditional work setting. I took some time out because my parents have been really struggling with their health. I know a lot of people who will click on this video to watch it know my parents. So they kind of have a glimpse of what's been going on. In any case, my dad's health severely declined in the last few months, and I had to go a little bit MIA. He passed away on September 1st, 2023 at 10 a.m. And so it's the 9th, so 9 days so far without such a huge presence in my life. And I know a lot of people are dealing with the same reality right now. And I have mourned and grieved people. I've lost people throughout my life. And I say in my experience, nothing compares to the loss of my father in my life. People may think that that's a given. That's not necessarily a given. Not everybody feels the same way about their caregivers in their life, their parents in their life. Not everyone has the same kind of relationship that I had with my dad. And I had a pretty close one. He was a man of a different generation. He was born in the 30s. So to compare him to the standard by which dads are judged by today is not really accurate. He was a provider and a protector. And a girl dad before it was cool to be a girl dad. I am in mourning, and I'm hurting. And I just came on today to share with you how hard it is to get back in to the flow of things after such a loss. And I'm not really sure how to do it. Just putting one foot in front of the other, kind of like what you do when anything traumatic happens, or you would hope that you would do it that way. It's the only way I know how to do it. It's the way I recommend people do it. And of course, I say a lot of times that there is really no distinction between business and personal, because the two are so intertwined. What happens in your business life, in your entrepreneurship life, and what happens in your personal life very much affect the other. Whatever you do in one affects the other. And so it's very hard to separate that. And I am someone who is pretty adept at compartmentalizing things, but even this one is hard for me. So how do I get back into things? I planned to slowly get back into things this weekend and then come back into the office, so to speak, on Monday. I'm not ready to do that at all, I don't think, but I also can't really take the silence when everything is quiet, when everything slows down, when no one really is around. I feel that hollowness in my chest and in my heart. And so I need to try to find some new normal. And so for me, I don't really know how to do that. So I'm just going to try these things because I've never been through this before. So I know that I like to usually give 3 to 5 key points to help support what it is that I'm sharing with everyone. And so for me, on day 9 of my father passing away, I find one that I need to quiet the noise around me. After something like this, there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of inner chatter. There's a lot of outer chatter with family and other people grieving. And if you're like me, I really absorb people's energy. And so it's tough to sort through that and find what's mine and what's someone else's. So you've got to quiet the noise so you can find what's yours, and then you're able to maybe claim that as your pain, as your grief, so that you know how to find a way to manage it. Because I don't believe I will ever stop mourning this loss. I don't believe you let go. There is no letting go of my father. He's part of me. He is me, as I am him. And it's just a matter of knowing how to manage the rest of my years in this existence without him. So quiet the noise. I don't know how you do that. I'm staying home today. I'm trying really hard to stay home today. And just find some space of my own within my own home to create the quiet for myself. I think it's important. 2, I want to surround myself with just beautiful things that I find beautiful. It could be whatever you find pretty to look at or surround yourself with. What I want to do today is, as you can imagine, coming in and out of your home and not really being there and having the whirlwind of what happens when someone passes away leaves your actual physical space in disarray. And so as much as I've been trying to clean up my space, it's very hard for me because this has been several months of this roller coaster with my father's health. So what I'm hoping to do is to clean up my space today, declutter, just get rid of anything that's unnecessary. My friend from California sent me, and I'm going to say my sister, she's a soul sister, sent me a beautiful bouquet of flowers that I'm looking at right now, and they're just beautiful. And so I may go and buy another bouquet and surround my room with flowers today. Just because you need something to look at that's going to make you feel good. I also suggest moving your body. My hope is that it's really raining out here today. It's kind of yucky, but we're going to get a membership to this recreational space that has a pool. Water is healing, and it's so symbolic of so many things that's just a whole nother video recording. But I'm going to try to get there today so that I can, that will be the only thing that I will leave my home for. So I could spend some time moving my body. I feel a real need to just shed and just purge the pain. And so moving your body can sometimes do that. Maybe that's a walk for you. Maybe that's a run. Maybe that's a swim. Maybe that's playing with your kids. It doesn't matter. Just kind of move your body a little bit every day, just to remind yourself that you're still alive and you got to keep going. I'm a big fan of crying. I don't find it to be a symbol of weakness. To me, it's a symbol of strength. It's also cleansing. It cleanses your spirit. It cleanses your soul. It cleanses your mind. You know, I read a quote that said, I have so many good memories and thoughts that sometimes they spill out of my eyes. And so that's what crying is. You're just overflowing, and that's okay. And then 5 is do something creative, something in the arts, or listen to your favorite music. I've been listening to music that my father and I enjoyed together, and that has been really healing for me. Music changes your whole kind of vibe, and what you're feeling. So listen to music, or engage in some kind of artistry, even if it's just looking at it. It may sound childlike, but if you tap into those things that you used to love to do when you were a child, it can really help. One, focus your mind on something that releases those feel-good endorphins, the serotonin in your brain that you really need right now, because everything is muted just by the death of someone that you love so much. So coloring, painting, going to one of those paint places that you paint the canvas that they create for you. Just something artistic, something that taps another part of your brain that could help with the grief. And as for business, in the traditional workforce, you're sometimes granted bereavement. I don't know how they think that 3 days is enough to grieve someone that you love, but that's usually what they give you, is 3 days bereavement. When you own your own business and you're an entrepreneur, you can kind of set the parameters for your bereavement leave. For me, I think it's realistic to say that my bereavement will last a lifetime, and I will take it in many sessions throughout my life. So right now, I feel like I want to get back to work on Monday. I want to get back to things. I need to create. I need to connect with my clients, and I need to keep going, because that is what my father expects of me and what he will want from me. And that's what I expect of myself. And then if I need to take a small break, that's what I'll do. And I suggest that everyone do that. You have to take care of your mental health. During these times, they're very fragile, very delicate times. And so anything that's going on in your life, or that you were struggling with or were challenged with, it becomes, seems insurmountable when you're grieving. So for me, the best way to move through that is to chip away at it a little bit at a time instead of one big chunk. So that's what I have to share. I wish you all health and love, and make your day mean something every day, but really try to do something meaningful, either for yourself or for someone else, anytime that you can. I'm not going to sit here and say, be thankful for this, or reach out to that person, or embrace this, or you don't know how many days you have, or all of those things that are just really the things that people say to you to comfort you, which is not bad, but sometimes those things are impossible. And so I want you to decide for yourself what that means to you. what moving on means to you, what moving through means to you. And do what you can when you can. What I will do is wish you all the love that this world has to offer, and then some, and just ask you to share it. Okay, guys, I plan to be on here more, so please, if you can take a minute to just listen. There are a few videos that I'm going to upload to YouTube that I never got to publish because it was in the middle of my dad's decline. So they're a little dated as far as they were recorded prior to me posting them this weekend, but the information is very relevant and it's timeless, and I think it always applies. So, con mucho amor. Adiós.